and grabbing the points could put someone in a really good position for the next 3 years.
So you just saw a minute ago that ENRIQUE was given a bye in the first round. Tough contest here with YAGUE. So first of our 6 semi-final matches in this very first Taekwondo World Grand Prix. What's going through the athletes' minds here, Damon, and the nerves, tension?
Yeah, I think at this stage it's kind of just, you know, waiting to fight, and they just want to get on the mats and yeah, start fighting, but it's just kind of stay calm and keep focused. Now you'll see all the tester pads to see if the electronic sensors are working, and then yeah, bow, and then it begins, and then it kind of just it becomes real.
An action-packed sport with a lot of discipline. We kick off here, Spain and China. Important to get that first point on the board.
Yeah, I think it's good to get a first point on the board for a bit of confidence. But I think at this level, everyone's just kind of taking their time and being patient. So there's no rush. There's a lot of time, 3 rounds. So it's just kind of going to wait each other out and see the kind of different styles. But they'll have gone through the different tactics with their coaches prior to this fight, watching them. I'm sure they've probably come across in tournaments before or seen one another.
Good early confrontation, but neither putting the old scores on the board just yet. First round.
Yeah, some good attempts, good back kick from Blue, from China. Really good attempts and a couple of high section attempts. It seems that China likes to hook kick in the clinch, so if it comes off, that's a headshot 3 points. So seems like she's got a good high section.
It's been a few years since the knockdown scoring system was taken away, so putting your opponent on the floor doesn't count for much anymore, unless it's on the end of a kick.
Yeah, definitely, and that's I suppose that'd be a great way to finish a fight, is obviously a knockout, but at this standard, it generally doesn't really happen because there's such good level. It just ends up going on a points difference.
There was a contest in the earlier rounds and a kick to the face absolutely laid out one of the ladies here, and there was more shock that he'd have done so, and as you say, at this level, than the kick itself, I suppose. Still looking for that opening score here in the first round. I've seen a few 1-0s in the rounds leading up to the semis so far.
Yes, quite even so far. Both athletes have kind of starting with their strengths, and yeah, quite an even start.
So the first round has captured the attention of the audience, but not captured any points so far. What's the coach's role here?
I think the coach's role between rounds is kind of reinforcing to the fighter their plan. If they want to say some kind of extra coaching advice that maybe they've seen an opening for a technique, and I think a big job as well is be positive and keep calm, so they go out there and they're focused.
Winner of this one, of course, will find their opponent. Next up is Kim So-hyu or Yasmin Aziz. Those two coming up shortly, but 3 rounds to separate these, and the first one, neither finding the mark, neither reaching the threshold of those VSS pads.
Yeah, so far there's just been 1 registered kick from Spain, so we'll see how this round goes. But I think China seems like she's got quite a good headshot, so we'll see if she can score with that.
Now the controls change a bit there.
Both happy to be cagey here in these opening exchanges.
The good flexibility from Zhao, operated at safe distance, attempted back kick from the Spanish fighter, well covered by China's.
Good shot there from China, but it didn't score. Sometimes with the pads, they have to get a certain power and a certain number to score. So they're only registered 16, so a little bit more power needed to score a point. And obviously, Spain also registered 15.
YAGUE lost in the quarterfinals of the World Championships.
Sometimes you ever watch like Italian football or
YAGUE ENRIQUE, not to be underestimated, Olympic silver medalist, 2012.
1 punch, you know, 1 point for a punch.
It was a good back leg turning kick attempt from Spain. Didn't register, obviously didn't find the pad, but it was a good attempt. So far China's quite good with a check, a lead leg check, and looking for the high section or looking to jab it in, so it's quite a cagey match.
2013 world champion at the fine weight, the Spaniard. Husband is the coach of Anthony Obama of the Gabon. There you go. You'll see him a little bit later. The size difference between the men's 80 plus is somewhat different, isn't it?
Yeah, there's some big guys in the heavyweights. I've done it a couple of times, and some giants out there.
There's still no break in score here. Still 0-0.
I think at the moment, because they're both in open stance, which means they're both their opposite stances, the kicks are kind of cancelling each other out because they're going to kind of the back and looking for different counters, so that's why it's quite a cagey fight so far.
Cancel each other out indeed. Nothing registered so far. 2 rounds here at this inaugural WTF World Taekwondo Grand Prix. President of the WTF, Dr. Chow, was talking earlier about creating a new history. And events like the Grand Prix go some way to enticing people here. There's a good crowd here tonight, and they're drawn into this one so far.
Definitely, it's good to watch, and it's especially because a lot of these guys will be taekwondo fighters themselves, or maybe fighting later on the weekend. So it's good to watch, and you kind of sucks you into the fight. And for those that are watching and they're fighting soon, they'll be itching to get on the mats in a couple of days.
Support coming from sections of the Spanish crowd here. Into round 3 then. Nothing scored so far. What's the thoughts going through their heads here?
I think because Spain's looking for that back leg. China maybe in this stance will be a little bit more action. See if they can score to the open side of the pad.
Will we open up our account here? Clock ticking down here in round 3.
That was a good attempt, good front leg from China. Again, not enough for a point, but it was a good attempt. In this stance,
really going for it here in this third.
Yeah, I think in this stance, China's lead leg will work a little bit better. And now they've changed to open again. Good attempt at a back kick there.
Into lightning feet there, the Spaniard. We will go to sudden death, of course, if it does remain 0-0. First person to score in that. Although with these two, it could be all night.
Good back kick again. Good back kick attempt from China, just not finding the pad. I think Spain could. Good check again from Spain. I think she could take that back leg in this stance as well. So I think she's going to take the time and then pick their shots.
Less than 60 seconds to win it here. This is a sport where points can be picked up at any moment. Again, the pair of them just cancelling each other out, Damon.
Yeah, definitely. They're both registering a bit more in this round. So I think just a bit more commitment with their shots to take the shot. Like Spain now could take that back leg, I think. It's just, I think they're going to take their time and then a bit deeper with the commitment.
Dynamic and energetic sport, but calculated as well. And these two down to just 20 seconds here.
Good attempt well from Spain. China's trying the high section, trying to chase with a turning kick, but it's just not the distances.
And coming together brings the crowd into this.
8 seconds left with the Kyongo.
A yellow card for Lei Zhaoyi. 2-1, and that brings to conclusion our first semi-final. And well, For an action-packed sport, we've got a 0-all, and we couldn't have asked for a better start, could we?
Yeah, I think with Taekwondo, it's if you go to the Opens or throughout the world, there's so much action, and there's people let loose a little bit. But when you're in big tournaments like this occasion, and when it means so much, everyone's so cagey, and these guys can do all the techniques under the sun, but sometimes they're a bit hesitant, because if they commit with a technique and they're not that too confident with it and they get counters, there's a big difference. That could be a lot of ranking points as well. So that's why sometimes it's quite cagey, because there's a lot on stake, and sometimes people will be thinking there's not much happening. It's a 0-0 in after 3 rounds, but it's a very tactical fight, and they're just taking their time. So we'll see in sudden death now.
Well, can Brigida YAGUE ENRIQUE call upon her experience that gives her 2 gold medals at flyweight and 1 fine weight world championship gold medal as well, and a silver medalist from last year's Olympic Games. But at the moment, not able to find a way past YAGUE.
See what they're doing. I know Spain's tried a bit of a sneaky twisting kick, and then she'll try that again, but it's just going to take her time. And China's going with a check with good cover, and now they both got Kyongo, so one Kyongo each.
The referee not happy that the 2 standing off somewhat here. And very energetic attempt.
Again, a step back kick from Spain, another try. I think in this stance they're in now, I think more chance for point scoring if they go with the front leg. She might take the back leg now.
Coming up to the minute mark here.
Good attempt at a headshot then, and takes it to the body. I think one of them is just committing this stance to a lead leg, turning kick to the body. I think it could work. Oh, good attempt at a hook kick from China.
You feel the tension between not only the 2 camps, but the crowd are really drawn into this. It's a real tight affair.
So close, registered, but it's not enough.
Nobody willing to bet where this first point and winning point will go.
Hanging in the balance, this is what you would
Twisting kick again, I thought she'd try that.
Place in this final, still up for grabs. And all it might take is just 1 solitary point.
Maybe a back kick try. Oh, back leg, there we go from Spain.
And there it is. Well, the Spaniard is loving that. And it's taken a heck of a long time. 3 rounds gave us nothing. And we were 24 seconds away. But Brigida YAGUE ENRIQUE of Spain goes through. She'll be back again here in this semi-final, and that guarantees